So it was the first session for FISIP, and now we are going to move to the second session. So, which faculty is this? Okay, so for the next session, we have a faculty of cultural science. And the fun fact about this faculty is that this faculty was previously called as the Faculty of Letters. And this faculty was founded in 1958. This faculty has more than 20 high reputation study programs and has gained many achievements. To the Faculty of Cultural Sciences, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Could I have the screen, please? Could you have the screen? Could you take away the... All right. Thank you very much. And could you spotlight me, please? Whoever is in charge of the technical issues. Yeah, thank you very much. Very well. Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings, Sampurasun. That's what we say. That's how we greet people from in West Java using the Sundanese language. First of all of the faculty members, the staff, the students of the Faculty of Cultural Sciences Universitas Padjadjaran would like to extend our most sincere gratitude and appreciation to the organizers of the events, the student interns at the International Office of UNPAD, especially for providing us with this opportunity to introduce and give a short overview of our faculty. This is truly a great honor for us and a pleasure, and we hope that this occasion would invite interest on the part of the audience and the viewers that we have on of the programs that we have to offer. And I'll be presenting a brief overview of our faculty, and here with me I'm also that has joined me are also we have the honor of our dean, Professor Akwana Priyatna, as well as a representative of the student body, an alumni, and also an international student in the master's program who have joined us to share experiences and thoughts about studying at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences at Universitas Padjadjaran. Established in 1958 by the community leaders of West Java for the advancement of the local people and culture, and it was named at then Faculty of Arts, and it was changed in 2012 to the Faculty of Sciences. Our faculty now has grown to be, I don't think I'm exaggerating if I say, to be the leading site of higher education in the arts and humanities. Striving to become a center of excellence in the field of the arts and the humanities, building its own capacities as a center of critical thinking, humanistic learning in language, literature, linguistics, history, and culture on the local, national, regional, and international levels. And we hope to achieve this by 2026. The Faculty of Cultural Sciences fosters intellectual development of its faculty members and students through a collaborative, egalitarian academic atmosphere, which strongly upholds values in cultural diversity, gender equality, inclusiveness, and local wisdom. In short, the academic community at the Faculty of Sciences, including the instructors, the faculty members, the staff, and the students, as well as the alumni, has strongly grounded roots in the local culture and society, but also at the same time trying to aspire to broaden horizons on a global level. With its beginnings of merely 4 undergraduate programs, the Faculty of Cultural Sciences now houses 3 academic departments, namely the Department of Linguistics, the Department of Literature and Cultural Studies, the Department of History and Philology, and we offer 9 undergraduate programs, which includes 1 vocational program, 3 master's programs, and 1 doctoral program. Currently under the leadership of Professor Acquarini, that's this one, as the Dean, and Dr. Lina Melinawati Rahayu as the Vice Dean of Learning, Academic Affairs, Student Affairs, and Research, and that's this one. Wait, this one, yeah. And Dr. Mumuhusin Mhum Zakaria as the Vice Dean of Human Resources and Organization. The Faculty of Cultural Sciences serves 3,354 undergraduate students, 115 of whom are students of the vocational program or the applied undergraduate program here in Bahasa Indonesia that would be called the Sarjana Terapan or the 4-year diploma program, as well as 301 postgraduate students on master's and doctoral levels. Studies at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences are supported by the expertise of 124 faculty members, 7 of whom hold full professorships, such as our own dean, Professor Akun Priyatna, who has achieved full professorships. 36 hold associate professorships, and 47 with assistant professorships, who are in general respected on local, national, and international communities in their respective fields. Studies are also equipped with such facilities as language laboratories, an outdoor theater, traditional and contemporary music instruments, and not to mention, we also use the most recent digital technology on online learning platforms, which takes the art and humanities, usually understood as sort of like a conservative field of study. Such technology has brought the arts and humanities into the digital age of the 21st century. And students' interests and competencies are also enhanced by the number of co-curricular as well as extracurricular activities available for the students, both undergraduate and graduate levels. The undergraduate programs offered to Indonesian and international students represent the balanced academic interest of the faculty in local, national, and foreign languages, literatures, cultures, and histories. This includes Indonesian studies, Sundanese studies, history, English studies, Arabic studies, French studies, German studies, Russian studies, Japanese studies, and also the vocational program in Chinese language and culture, which is represents the faculty's responsiveness to the trends of the global culture. The Faculty of Cultural Sciences also offers master's programs in literary and cultural studies, linguistics, and history, as well as 1 doctoral programs in the arts, which with concentrations in literary studies, cultural studies, philology, and history, which have produced scholars and educators. So we have contributed a significant number of important scholars and educators to Indonesia, as well as the world, as many of our graduates also now holds teaching positions on various in various institutions of higher education, universities in different countries. Studying at UNPAD's Faculty of Cultural Sciences, as in any institution of higher learning in arts and humanities, does not only involve, as most people think, learning to use languages effectively for social and professional communication, but it also sharpens, I think this is more important, it sharpens your critical thinking, broadens your horizons, and develops your awareness of the current social issues, especially those which pertain to the ever-changing globalized world of ours. Studying, I'm sorry. So international students who have fulfilled the necessary requirements are welcome to enroll in all of our study programs in the Faculty of Cultural Sciences. Of course, this depends on which program, which determines the language of instruction that will be conducted in the classes. Most of our study programs have classes conducted in Bahasa Indonesia, but of course, classes in the English program, for example, are held using the English language as the media of instruction. And on the postgraduate level, there's a mix of in Bahasa Indonesia and in English. So we have had courses in Indonesian and Sundanese languages, literatures, and cultures and histories have been of interest to international students from Europe and Asia, particularly from our experience from France and China. And but there are also courses in English and Arabic, for example, which offer Indonesian perspectives on international languages and cultures and histories. The Faculty of Cultural Sciences also provide language services to the general public, as well as services in Indonesian for speakers of other languages, which perhaps one of our graduate students will be able to share her experiences with us today from China. And Indonesian international students are not segregated into separate programs, but they're mixed so that they can know each other in the spirit of mutual understanding in general. Hopefully, we will be able to answer some of your questions today, but if not, please visit our website at www.fib.unpad.ac.id, where you will also find links and contact information to the programs available at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences, as well as links and contact information to the various programs that we have in the Faculty of Cultural Sciences, as well as our social media platforms. And do not hesitate to contact us via email at fib@unpad.ac.id or in the comment section or messaging features of the social media platforms of the faculty, the study programs, and the student organizations. So to give you a better idea of what studying at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences is like, today we have been honored by the presence of the Dean herself, Professor Apurni Priyatna, my good friend, as well as one of our master students hailing from Nanning, Guangxi, China, who has also been with us even before her enrollment in her postgraduate program. Hello, Chiuping. And Gaisani Hadi, who is one of our alumni who took part in the student exchange program at Aju University in South Korea, and also Muhammad Iqbal, a student from the Japanese Studies undergraduate program who has also just experienced studying in Japan for a whole year. So let's start with Dean Priyatna.
Priyatna.
Usually, we call her. Usually, we call her Bu Atwin because I'm a friend. I just call her Atwin, which actually describes the kind of egalitarian, collaborative atmosphere that we have at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences. And Professor Priyatna, if you may, would you like to give comments about what it means to study in the arts, how it goes beyond just developing language skills, how important it is, its contributions have been to society, as well as what the Faculty of Administration that you're leading has planned for the next 5 years. What kind of research do the postgraduate students are usually engaged in, and so on. Professor Priyatna, the floor is yours, and perhaps the technician could highlight Professor or give the spotlight to her. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pak Ari. I call him Ari as well. In Fakultas Ilmu Budaya, we call each other Teteh, Cece, Akang. It's quite common for us. We are happy to be a family, and that's the way we also. Can you? Yeah. Is my voice all right? Can you hear my voice all right?
Yes,
okay, because I'm actually attending another meeting, so I have to pretend. I'm like not to pretend. I have to look like I'm attending both of them. But anyway, yeah. If you study in faculty, we call it Faculty of Cultural Sciences. Basically, the equivalent to that would be Faculty of Arts. If you happen to go to England or to America, to Australia, that would be more or less the same. So if you come and study with us, you will not only learn the languages of your choice, but also you learn the critical thinking. You learn that there are more than just language. The language is only a small part of the more complex and complicated system of culture. And that's the thing that we are offering you to learn more. We are offering to explore more. We want to build this egalitarian, humanistic that embrace diversity and other people's different perspectives. We also respect different cultures. So this is the place where you come to be human. You know, being human means being able to see that we are not
robots.
In the same. We are not robots. That we are the same, and at the same time we are different from other people. This is something that I think is the key point. That the knowledge that you will get from learning with us, from studying with us, it's also because while you are learning, we are also learning. While you are studying, we are also, the lecturers are also studying with you. We are constantly in communication with our students. We like to forge friendship with our students, and that's something that we cherish very highly. So what do our postgraduates research on? It depends. In linguistics, people do research on language, obviously, but language is also part of it, because they will learn how languages are manifested in different aspects of culture, in media, in practice of everyday life. If you study cultural studies and literature, you will study even more in depth into how culture works, in a way, how culture shape us, and at the same time how we are shaping culture. So the postgraduate in cultural studies and literature, in contemporary literature, they like to talk about how, for example, or not for example, 60% of research is on how gender is manifested, for example, in media. We talk about how the advertisement of Korean cosmetics help shape our masculinity standard. This is also very interesting. We have students talking about monstrous feminine. We talk about kuntilanak and Wewe Gombel, and we are fascinated by that. We talk about how homosexuality, for example, is how homosexuality and sexuality is manifested in pesantren, for example. We also tackle taboo topics, but we tackle it as an academic exploration. So I think those who are interested in issues that concern women, that concern people in general, but if you are concerned in gender and diverse cultures, we are the right place for you to have discussion. And lecturers like Pak Ari is the person you like to have a fight with, not a fight with, not a fight against. Students love to fight with us because they are equal. We will just fight. You cannot say that. Yeah, but you cannot say that, Pa, because this doesn't make sense to me. Well, you're saying doesn't make sense to me, and we have fights all the time. And even our lectures, we like to have we call it ngajongkloken, which actually means supporting each other. Like you have to do it, and then somebody has to do it. So yes, that's the culture that we have, that we are building. So I think you'll be happy with us and have a lot of fight with Pak Ari and me, perhaps. So welcome to Fakultas Ilmu Budaya, and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Professor Akuri Priyatna. We'll let you go back to your other meeting. As you can see, it's been an honor and a pleasure for her to make time to be with us today while she's actually in a meeting with for other purposes. So as that Professor Priyatna has mentioned, that's the kind of academic atmosphere we have at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences. That's how we learn. One of the alumni today is actually used to be under my supervision in her undergraduate thesis. And she has constant fights with me, but at the same time, at the same time, I was also learning a lot, and often I get frustrated and upset, not because I hate her. If I hated her, I wouldn't invite her here today, but because I'm really interested in what she's trying to do. So while I'm teaching her, actually, I learn more from her about her topic. Her topic was about post-humanism and cyborgs and artificial intelligence in science fiction. So we have only a few more minutes, and there are questions that I have to address, though, and perhaps the alumna Gaisani and Joping, as well as Iqbal, could also address them when I ask you to speak. Yes, the Faculty of Cultural Sciences have, I guess, lots and lots of connections with other institutions of higher learning in various countries, different levels of the different kinds of cooperation and collaboration. We have had visiting professors from other countries, from Germany, from Russia, from Japan. Many of our thesis committee professors from other countries, from Australia, from Japan, from Great Britain, from the United States. As I said before, many of our graduates are also actually become professors in various countries. We have engagements also with China, and that's why we have one of our master students, Xiu Ping, who is with us today, and we have connections with Japan, Great Britain, the US, Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, Senegal, Somalia, Morocco, Algeria. So yes, I guess we have to have all those connections in order to claim as the Faculty of Cultural Sciences. If not, we would be just, that would be just public deceit. And of course, there's a certain level of English competence. If you'd like to apply to our postgraduate program, different, of course, it depends also on the kind of scholarship or concentration that you would like to do. And also to graduate from the Faculty of Cultural Sciences, students need to have some level of English competence. Of course, graduates from the English program would need to graduate with a minimum of 550 paper-based TOEFL score. Okay, so I'm just going to ask if you could spare like 2 minutes, each of you. I'd like to start with Chiu Ping, and perhaps you can say 2 or 3 sentences about your experiences having studied at Universitas Padjadjaran. And the technical person, could you provide the spotlight to Lee Chiu Ping, who is oh, is she still here? Yes, she is. Right. Chiu Ping, could you bisa memberi 1 atau 2 patah kata tentang pengalaman menjadi mahasiswa pasca sarjana dan juga dulu waktu belajar bahasa Indonesia di Fakultas Ilmu Budaya?
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Li Zhouping from China, and I'm studying in Padjadjaran University. I'm a graduate student and majored in contemporary literature. Before I entered class contemporary literature, I studied Indonesian in BIPA of Padjadjaran University for 1 year. So it's a great honor to have this opportunity to share my study and life in Padjadjaran University as an international student. But I like language Indonesian, so please allow me to share in Indonesian next. Okay. Sebagai mahasiswa asing ya yang dari luar negeri, sebenarnya itu akan agak sulit bagi saya kalau kuliah di Fakultas Ilmu Budaya untuk belajar sastra kontemporer, karena itu sangat berbeda dengan budaya saya sendiri yang asal. Jadi setelah masuk kelas kontemporer, sastra kontemporer, itu sangat seperti sudah sebuah dunia yang sangat baru itu terbuka di hadapan saya. Kemudian yang paling menarik itu adalah saya bisa belajar sastra Indonesia yang sangat mendalam. Itu bagi saya itu adalah sesuatu pengetahuan yang sangat berbeda dan sangat baru. Jadi saya sangat senang bisa kuliah di UNPAD dan sangat terima kasih. Ini.
Terima kasih Chiu Ping, and of course she was greatly being very modest because she takes some of my courses and she's doing very well. And also I would like to ask Gaisani, and perhaps you could share just 1 or 2 brief comments about studying at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences and your experience at Aju University at South Korea. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just graduated from Faculty of Cultural Science last year in Corona era, and yes, I studied there for 4 years, and then also I went to Aju in 2019 in spring semester. Actually, this opportunity is open for public, not only for Faculty of Cultural Science,
So from
and
other faculties can also,
yes, yeah.
Raifa, for example, can could also
Yes.
participate in this
Yeah.
program. Go
hmm
on.
Yeah, and then there also I studied a lot about English literature, and but the thing is the studies that I already done in Unpad is the one that they were learning at Aju. So I was one
So
step ahead.
right. So that means, so basically you're saying that English studies, if you study English literature, English languages at Unpad, and you study it at IJU, in general, you'll be studying about the same level, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it.
So
Yes, it is.
you were not embarrassing or anything
Uh,
while you were away. No, yeah, she was.
Fortunately, no.
Yeah, she was embarrassing only in my class.
Yes.
But
Yes.
outside of our classes, she's well respected and someone you should look up to. And perhaps also one more comment, a very short comment from Iqbal, who has just returned from a 1 year tenure stint at in Japan. And Iqbal, could you tell us? I forgot what university it was. I'm sorry, but could you give us a few things? Give a few comments. Silakan Iqbal. And
Okay.
you can switch from any language, even Japanese.
Okay. So, is it about my experience on Japan? I'm so sorry.
Okay, so yes, Iqbal is a student from the Japanese Studies program.
Yeah.
So just yes, what how did it feel to be an Unpad student studying in a university in Japan and doing
Okay.
research and so on?
Okay. So I was studying at Shizuoka University in Japan for 1 year, and at that time I realized that well, when I see another foreign students, including for another university from Indonesia in Japan, I realized that Japanese department of Pajajaran University has a lot of power on speaking Japanese. So I see that Pajajaran University student have more ability to speak fluently in Japanese. Maybe it's because our curriculum or some or how our teacher teaches. I don't know, but well, on my experience, all of Pajajaran university student in Japan has more ability to speak fluent Japanese there.
Okay,
So
thank you for bragging. For you don't have to be modest. Go on. Say
okay.
more good things about us.
Okay, and then when I studied there in Japan, I realized that what I've studied in Pajajaran University, well, there I studied Japanese too. Well, Shizuoka University provide me Japanese study program for my study. But what I realized is what I learned in Pajajaran University is more applicative. Like we're not only talk about how sentence is constructed, but we also learn how to use it. So I was never get confused about how should I say this thing? How should I communicate with Japanese, because I learned it in Japanese department in Pajajaran University. So it's gonna be a good experience for you if you learn Japanese in Japanese university, because in Pajajaran University before you go to Japan.
Okay, thank you, Iqbal. So you don't even need to ask a question about whether or not we have international collections. The people today, Professor Akwaritni is a graduate from both Great Britain and Australia. I'm a graduate from the United States. Gaisani has been in South Korea, and I'm sure that she has the same level of understanding of English literature as any English graduate all over the world. Iqbal apparently proves that graduating from not even graduating, he was just a fifth semester student, and his Japanese competence is surpasses other students from other countries in Japanese while taking Japanese studies in Japan. So we're very proud of you, Iqbal. I hope we graduate soon. And we also have Li Xiaoping, despite the difficulties in language and cultural barriers. She's doing very well as a master's student studying contemporary literature and Indonesian literature. Again, thank you so much for having us here. We still have 5 more minutes. Oh no, Gaisani, if people tell me that I have more time, you know what's going to happen? I'm just going to talk for 2 more hours. So since we do have a little bit more time, if any of you would like to address any issues, or you would like to add anything to the explanations provided by other people, you could compliment each other, or perhaps you want to add some more things to what Professor Aquarini has said. Is she lying? Is studying at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences that good and that fun? It's not always fun, I know. Yeah, you have to stay up at night. Xiaoping I think had headaches trying to write assignments. I think she lost some sleep. I think everyone has lost sleep. That's one of the things that we have to learn at the Faculty of Cultural Sciences. You write lots of papers, lots of assignments, and you lose sleep. Is that right, Gaisani?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so if there's nothing else, should we wrap it up so we can have time for the next presentations? Reva?
Okay, thank you, Prof. Ari, for such mind-blowing presentation from cultural faculty, and we also have testimonials from the students, from the local and international students. Thank you very much. But
she's not really local at the point because she's actually at Nanning right now. So actually it's actually international today. So Nanning is or Xiaoping is at Nanning, Guangxi. In China, Iqbal is in, where are you, Iqbal? Well, Gaisani and myself are in Buah Batu. That's a different country.
Okay.
Oh, and don't forget to visit our website at www.fib.unpad.ac.id. All of our information are there, and very happy. And also follow our social media platforms, and we're very happy to respond to any questions and comments. Even bad comments, we're fine. We're used to getting bad comments. If you have any questions or comments after this. Thank you so much, Refa, for this opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof. Ari. So yeah, guys, please note the website of Faculty of Cultural Faculty. You can gain lots of information in there. And yep, that's all from the Faculty of Cultural Science. And now we are moving to the next presentation.